All right, everyone. So I'm in the backyard. This has been the main focus of work over the last few weeks. I had talked about in the other video the driveway. That has been a main focus of work too, but not over the last few weeks. Basically, the house was built in 1826, so the foundation is stone, and under the stairwell for my deck there was a big gap in the stone that I attempted to fill in with concrete, and the concrete actually just fell out because the amount of water rushing through it. I don't know. I'm not a professional builder. So basically, I needed to come up with a solution because the side of the house kept having runoff. Besides that, my dogs dig it, and it was just the whole thing. So I said, I got to come up with a solution and get the water away from the edge of the house. So jump to this project right here. Still looks a little messy because it's not done, but basically this fence piece right here came out, and this piece too, it was mounted right there on the deck, and it blocked off that corner. And then I had stairs that came all the way down to right about where that cinder block is, and there was a giant hole there from the dogs digging it out and laying there on the hot days. And also when it rained, some of the runoff went into the basement. So I said, I know what I'm gonna do with this, I just hadn't had the time. So I built a deck extension and rerouted the gutter. I filled in all the holes down there, so that'll take care of the runoff under there. So over here, you can see the original level is supposed to be up there, and it just drastically fell off under the window. This is the 4 buckets of hardpack I had my buddy dump, and I have to spread it out and level it. But basically, I'm going to even it with just under the wood of the window and bring it all out on a grade, so that way if any water gets there now, it brings it out into the yard. And then the gutter, as I said, was rerouted, but I had some issues in the rain yesterday, and I discovered right here that this seam, it's not on enough of an angle for the water to flow down with these rivets, because they're meant to bend and extend. So the water was pooling and actually draining right back here. So I kind of jerry-rigged that bracket to hold it up and get the water draining out, but I have to play with this gutter more and get it so it's more of an angle and then down and draining out. Once this is all leveled off and even again, this shed, whatever you want to call it, is going to get brought back, because this is where it goes. The sled's going to get pulled up. I'm going to repaint the sides, and as you can see, I have the ladder up there. I started cleaning out the gutters. Got to get that end, and then this side, and then all of this should be where I want it at as far as keeping water away from the edge of the house. The deck itself has kickboards I have to put in for the steps. I just have to cut them. Other than that, the deck is done. Where my dog's food bowl is going to be my grill. And I put an awning up there, which we had thought when I bought it was going to be a like mounted to the house permanent type of awning, and when I got it, it actually is this, like, you take this bottom pole and you put it there, and then the top one, and you pinch it in between two lips, and it's only supposed to be temporary. Well, it wasn't quite as long as the deck, but I couldn't find anyone that fit the width dimension. So like, if I wanted one that was going to be as wide as the deck perfectly, it had to be this one. Anything else was going to come out further, and I didn't want that because it would have been really hard to install. And if I ended up getting it and it was like this, I would have just had to return it. So basically what I did was we just tapped it in with brackets. It holds really well. I can't bring it down on a nice day like it's designed to do, and this keeps happening. I have suspicions that it's my grandmother. I don't think the wind is enough to just lift it up, but it works really well. It gets the majority of the deck, the upper deck, dry, which is what I wanted when I came home from work. Come in and not have to fight with the keyhole and being soaked, because there is a gap there and there, but the lips of the house actually keep rain from getting on those. So it does the job pretty much perfectly. The last project in the yard is what you see there is a giant pile of wood, but underneath it is actually pallets, and those pallets are eventually going to be a floating deck in the yard. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. They're sitting on cinder blocks already, so I'm going to seal in the pallets because they're not typical small pallets. They're huge. There's 3 of them there, and they cover a 10-foot by 10-foot span. So I'm going to seal them and then get nice deck board like I have here. Well, this isn't deck board. This is just fresh cut lumber. And I'm going to do the same thing. That's going to be a deck in the yard because the fire pit's right behind it. All the other wood on top of it is just stuff that has to be burned off. So that's going to get done. I don't know if it's going to get done before winter or next spring, but that is one of the last things on the to-do list. And just bringing that back and finishing leveling off this area here. Again, I appreciate you watching. That's really it. I was going to film the leveling of this. I'm not sure that's going to be really entertaining content. Maybe do the fixing the gutter and the leveling and the kickboards on the deck all in one video, and it's a little bit more for a video for entertainment purposes. Maybe throw in me scaling the ladder there, just to tie up this project so you guys can see the end result without just me going, hey, this is what it looks like when it's done. But I do want to try and get more content on the house projects out for you guys to watch, and then you can get ideas for yourself. But that's it for this video and filming today in general. Hopefully you guys are inspired by these once I start getting them rolling, and I'll see you soon.